Celeb Savant is a career retrospective type interview focusing on singers, actors, and industry experts. Join Barrett Edelstein now as he dives into the entertainment world.
Simone Green is an American vocalist, songwriter, and cultural storyteller whose body of work spans decades and genres, including a #1 independent radio hit, We Could Be, and a voice woven into the fabric of American media. Simone's voice can be heard on award-winning campaigns for Walmart, Toyota, and the Illinois Lottery, to placements on Dance Revolution on CBS networks, and the television series Ugly Betty on ABC networks. Originally from Little Rock, Arkansas, Simone relocated to Chicago in 1997, where she co-founded the beloved band Soul Sanctuary, performing to sold-out crowds and becoming a respected fixture in the city's music community. Her work bridges soul, R&B, and contemporary music with emotional precision and cultural truth. In 2026, Simone released the single and album Black Queen. Up next on Celeb Savant, we have got Simone Green. Where in the world are you and how are you doing?
Thank you so much, Barrett, for having me. I am in Chicago, Illinois, and I am fantastic.
How did you choose the stage name Simone Green? Where does that come from?
So Simone is my middle name.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's a story behind it. So my first name is Barbara, but I have never been called Barbara. I've been called Simone since the day I was born. And Green is my maiden name. So that's the stage name that I had when I started as a single woman, and I kept it. I was kind of like doing a Tina Turner thing. I'm keeping my name.
Yes, there we go. I like that. Okay, so now let's rewind. At what age, whether as a child or teenager, did you think, okay, I want to be in this creative journey, and how did that journey progress?
Yes. So I would say my first experience that I can recall was at church, in my cousin's church. I was probably 8 or 9 years old, and I think she may have been 14 or 15. And she was singing in the choir. She sang a Clark sister song, You Brought the Sunshine. And I mean, she was singing her heart out. It moved me in a way that I can't really describe as a young girl. The music did. And I just knew that I needed to be a part of that. So that was the beginning. And then once it was really cemented in my head was in the 9th grade. I was 14. I was in a talent show and I had this tape. It was an actual tape. And my tape, I was doing this song by Anita Baker, Caught Up in the Rapture.
Yes.
It may have been 1986 or 87. And my tape messed up at the beginning. And so I had to think fast. And so I had to just talk to the audience for a few minutes while they fixed the tape and put the pencil in and wound it back up so they can play it. That's how you remember that, right?
I hated those tapes.
Exactly. And so once I entertained the crowd for maybe 90 seconds and I got the tape right, I sang the song and I won the competition, the talent show. I was like, this is it. I know this is what I want to do. And I have been chasing that dream ever since for 40 plus years now.
So you won the talent show, you went into it professionally. What aspects surprised you about being a professional artist that you did not think would be part of the process, but is actually?
I would say having the business acumen. I didn't realize how important that was to be successful and have a long-standing career. But thankfully for me, when I was in college, I had a friend who was a law student at the time, and he knew that I wanted to pursue this thing. He gave me a book called The Business of the Music Business. And it became a Bible for me in the 90s, and really understanding the economics and how it worked and how do you actually get paid. And if I am an artist that has no skin in the game with production or writing, how do I really make money? Am I going to have to sing live and do live shows and tours for the rest of my life to be paid? And so I was able to get a lot of knowledge on the other side. And that's been invaluable to me as I've navigated this process for the last few decades.
For anyone who's just starting out in the business, who don't necessarily have all the books or the friends who are lawyers, how important would you iterate for them to know all aspects of the business?
It's crucial. I mean, and if you don't, you need to have a team that you trust that's educated on this process, because that is important, because you simply can't do this thing by yourself. You have to build a team, and you have to trust that team to do the things so that as an artist you can focus on the creativity and the artistic part of it. But you need to be knowledgeable of it, because there will be some checks and balances that will have to be made that you and you alone will ultimately have to do as the artist, because it's your money, it's your reputation, it's all of those things. Ultimately, it's your responsibility. So I would say educate yourself as much as you can, but more importantly, hire a team that you trust.
I mean, there's so many stories of artists who've had teams who they thought they trusted, and then I think it's about having that team that you trust, but not giving all the control and power over them, so that you have a basic knowledge so that you can see, okay, something's not okay here.
Correct. And that's where the checks and balances come. I mean, whether it's monthly, weekly, quarterly, whatever it is, you need to be looking at your books and the numbers. No one will sign anything for me. Ever.
Yes. Yes.
Ever. There will be no question. It's either going to be my signature or no signature. No one can sign a check. No one can authorize anything without my signature and my authorization. So I make sure, it's a valuable lesson. It's a very valuable lesson to really stay on top of those things. And
Exactly.
for me, that's easy. I mean, as far as when it comes to numbers, math is my strong suit. I'm great at math, and making sure that the math is math, and I'm going to make sure of that every time.
So you've mentioned that you've been in the industry for a number of years, decades, performing and creating. What keeps motivating you to get on stage, to keep creating? What is that inspiration?
Honestly, it is just my love and passion for performing. I love music in a way that I can't describe. And I mean, recording in the studio is great, but performing live and connecting with the audience is always something that I will want to do, because that connection is surreal for me. And it takes me to a place that is very, very happy and content for me. I need to be able to do that. So staying physically fit so that I can travel and do those shows, and trying to eat right and drink water so that my voice can withstand all of the elements and everything that comes along with it is really important. It's been a phenomenal training ground for me. I mean, I sing with bands, and I've been singing with bands for decades. I mean, those shows are grueling. I mean, like, I sing with a wedding band, and I mean, it's 3 hours with one 10-minute break. It's go, 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 go. And you're standing up, and you need that energy and stamina to keep going. But it's good for me because it's great physical and vocal training. And I get to do a variety of things that are sometimes out of my lane, but I at least get to try it. And you never know where you may be successful.
You referenced the connection with the audience. So I'm that guy, I'm right up in front, I'm dancing, I'm jamming. I'll take my
Yeah.
cell phone out for maybe one or two videos, one or two photos, then I put it away. I notice these days a lot of people in the audience are busy on their phones, whatever they're doing. From your perspective on the stage, potentially seeing a bunch of phones, do you not feel that that takes away from that connection you reference, or it's just where society is at the moment?
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, and you struggle with it a bit because you want people to record you so that they can show it to other people and reach a broader audience, right? But I also want them to be connected to the experience. I mean, because if you have your phone up and you're looking at that versus the energy that is emitting from the stage, it's like you're going to have a much better experience, a physical experience, by just planting your eyes directly on me versus the phone. So yeah, you get a few pictures in the beginning and then put it down and enjoy the experience, because that is what will stay with you for a lifetime, is how I made you feel. Yeah.
I mean, I've been to so many concerts lately. I went to one, UB40 was here, And so many people were so busy filming, but then they were so like bouncing it, chopping half the stage, half the head off. I'm like, well, just put your phone away and just leave that part out of it.
Exactly. There's going to be someone else out there that's going to be recorded, or you can just go to YouTube and watch it again if that's what you want to do. You know, they're mostly recording their shows anyway. Enjoy the moment.
Tell us about the latest releases that you've just released, what inspired them, and then what's coming up over the next period of time.
Yes, yes, yes. So my lead single, Black Queen, is out now on all major streaming platforms. You know what inspired that song were a couple of things. For me, right now, I'm middle aged and I'm feeling like I'm really the queen of my queendom right now. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling fit. I'm feeling resilient, sexy, all of those things. And so this song is really representing that. And really also the second part of that is that there's so much going on in the world and so much negativity. And, you know, and as a Black woman, I feel that energy coming from so many different places. And so this song was really to, as a Black woman, to uplift myself and to just remind me that I'm royal. There's nothing wrong with me, even though I've been through things, even though society may try to put me in a box, is to remind myself to pick myself up. Remember where I come from. Remember, I am sovereign. I am resilient. I am strong, and I can achieve anything that I want. And it's not just for Black women, it's for all queens around the world.
Yes.
So when I say I am, you are, we are Black queens, if you're not Black and but the song resonates with you, it's I am, you are, we are that queen or that king. It
Yes.
really is an anthem and a mantra for all of us. But hey, I'm a Black woman, so I mean, you know, I wrote it for myself as a love letter to myself, you know, but again, also for everyone because the message is clear. You know, it's like you are the controller of your own fate and to think half full and not half empty.
And then you've got an album coming out shortly.
It's coming out August 7th. I'm really, really excited about this project. And it really represents a little bit of all of the things that I like. I have an inspirational song on this album with a choir, some strings. It's a beautifully written song. And I have an Afrobeat song that's going to make the world dance a little bit. And it's very fun. I have a song called Breathe that will be my next single that is really about, it's kind of like a stepper's slow song, kind of a love song to yourself, to just remind you that if you're in a situation or relationship that may not be right for you, be happy that you found out now before you signed your name and got married and have to deal with all of that. And it's really to just remind you that if you're dealing with a tough relationship or situation, to just take a breath and breathe. Just stop and breathe. That's all. So yeah, it's a little bit of everything on the album. It's going to be fun. I even have a Christmas song.
So what's the album called?
The album will be called Black Queen.
So you referenced a little while ago about middle age. So I'm very much a person that age, in my mind, it's a number that does not exist, but people grab onto it. You hear so many people joke. And the thing is that the universe and the law of attraction doesn't understand the difference between joking and reality. So then that's what happens. So they say, oh, they're heading to 30, which means their body will do this, or they can't do this, or, as a joke. But as you joke it, it brings it into reality. Yeah. And I see, or I've read, specifically for females, not males, which is just bizarre in my brain, but I read an article about 2-3 years ago that the main radio stations in the UK, BBC One, Capital, if a female artist is over the age of 30, they will no longer play her because they see her as your face, because they see her as no longer relevant and no longer important. But now this has been going on for years, because I was reading the Bananarama, that girl group from the 80s and 90s. Yeah. They're still releasing their autobiography. And when they turned 23, 24 in the 80s, the record label dropped them and said, sorry, you're too old. We're not interested in you anymore. I do feel, though, that social media is helping out, because when Kylie came out with Padam Padam about 2-3 years ago, she was 55 or 54 at the time. They refused to play her, but then it blew up in social media and they were forced to play her. What are your thoughts on this whole debate and discussion?
Well, as someone who's getting ready to turn 54, I think it's a lot of BS. You're only as old as you feel and as old as you project. I mean, even though the number says whatever, I still feel like I'm in my mid 30s. I mean, I'm just reaching my stride. I mean, I still got good knees. I mean, I just and I say that facetiously because I mean, when I say I still have good knees, it's like I can still move around. I work out so that I can make sure that I'm nice and limber and I take care of myself because I want to be able to do this as long as I physically can and as long as I have the skill set to sing. So I don't care about those numbers. I really don't. And I'm not going to allow anyone to put me in a box either.
How do you create a song?
If I get a track that I like, and it just, I have to feel something with it. And I usually know immediately what it makes me feel, and then it allows me to take the writing in that direction. If it's a song and I feel sexy, then the lyrics will probably be something about a relationship or something like that. So that's typically the starting point for me is it has to be a track that I like. And then if it's a track I like, I may want to recreate it with the live band, which is what I did for a couple of the songs on this album. I had the track, and while it was great, it just didn't connect and resonate as it would with live musicians, which again, I love performing live. So I'm always going to lean towards that because the emotion with a live instrument and a person playing it, for me, it can't be created in the same.
I agree. It can't be created through a computer or through AI.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't. That emotion is just, whew, it's palpable. It really is. You just cannot recreate that with digital.
I still budget for my CDs every month. For me, it's a thank you to you guys for all the hard work that you do. I love the journey of the choice, the booklet, the unpacking, listening to song from one to whatever number. I'm unsure if you are aware of the current stats, massive uptick of physical around the world. I was reading in Variety a couple of weeks ago that in the US last year, $1.04 billion spent on vinyl last year, the biggest since 1983. In the UK, 2-3 years ago, 5.9 million vinyls sold, the biggest since 1993. Last year, also in the UK, there's a basket of products that they gauge exchanges on. Based on these exchanges, which there needs to be a high number every day, they monitor it for tax purposes. And because of the upsurge of CDs again, CDs are back in the basket. The research on all of this is that it's the teenagers, it's the younger kids diving into this world, not the older nostalgic people. Then we do have, as we know, streaming services, Spotify, and so forth. What is your observation of the landscape at the moment?
Oh, wow. So as an artist who will have vinyl, I do have a song coming out on vinyl very soon. I think most of the people that are purchasing my music, just from what I've seen, are middle-aged. I don't believe they're going back to, say, CDs, but it's weird because vinyl is making a huge comeback. I mean, like in Chicago, vinyl bars are just popping up. As a matter of fact, my husband and I went to one last week and we had a fantastic experience. I mean, the sound is unique and so nostalgic because so many of the songs that they played are ones that we've heard many, many times before over the years when vinyl was even more hot. I've even seen some vinyl bars that played just 45s. I mean, the little records too.
Yeah.
I can see vinyl making a comeback. I think digital streaming is just simply going to be the wave of the future. I do. And I mean, it's difficult for artists because it's so hard to make any money this way. I mean, wow, it's really, really difficult. I mean, and for me, I think you have to find other ways to share your music and get some type of profit from it. So you have to be a bit more creative, I think is really the ultimate goal for artists. It's not going to be the traditional way will not be the way to go.
Do you think that the listening audience needs to have more of an understanding? Let me explain. I teach spinning classes and I decided to do 3 focus groups. I did a focus group of 10 people, 8 people, three people. Not a lot, but cross-age, cross-diverse, cross-culture. They all educated, all listening to music on streaming. I said to these groups of people, if an artist has had 100 million streams, how much money do they think the artist got in their back pockets? Now, the first group of people said $50 million. The second group of people said $1 million. Third group of people said 300,000 to 2 million. And I said, actually, no, it's more like a couple of thousand. They were all shocked and horrified by this. I do know Ray, Snoop Dogg, Kate Nash, Lily Allen, they are speaking out about this. I have spoken to a bunch of artists who've said it's their business card. They can see they're blowing up in Puerto Rico, in Lisbon and Toronto, so they can go tour there. However,
Yes.
a bunch of other artists have also said maybe if the listening audience did have an understanding of this, then they'd buy more T-shirts, caps, CDs, and so forth. What are your thoughts around this?
I agree with the latter. I think if they really understood the economics and then to understand how much it actually costs to make an album. I mean, like, it's insane how much it costs. It takes so long to get a return on that investment. It really does, especially if you don't have a major label to push and promote your product. It's so difficult. I think they should be educated on how much it costs to put a project out there for you to even just see or hear about me. I mean, it costs money. It really does. There's just no way really unless on a rare instance you blow up on a social media hack, but it's very difficult. So yeah, they should know about that. They should. And I think they will invest a little more in their artists in different ways so that it's understood that it's actually going to the artist, whether it's buying their merch or coming to a live performance when they're in your city.
So you've had some health challenges over the last period of time. Gracefully, we are here, we are strong, we are thriving, we are fighting and present and alive. How has those challenges structured the way you view life and the way you view music?
So in both ways, it's made me take a lot of stock in life and not waste time. You know, I was diagnosed the first time in 2016 and then again in 2018. And at my age, I know that whatever it is that I want to do, this life is not a dress rehearsal. You get one shot at it. And I don't want to waste any time not following my dream. I feel that it's important that I do this now, absolutely now. And understanding my own mortality and how quickly things can change. I don't want to say I live with reckless abandon, but I don't let grass grow under my feet. I travel and go where I want. If it's something that I really have passion for and really want to do, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to wait because you don't know what God has in store for you. I mean, I have so many people in my life that, you know, unfortunately, they're having health issues and people are dying and having strokes and heart attacks in my community. And I just, you know, if I can avoid that at any cost, I want to. But again, it just makes me understand my own mortality. And my father always said, no one's getting out of here alive. Everyone's going to die. So live the dash. And that's what I'm trying to do. It's just do all the things. I mean, you know, and the great thing is I don't feel like there are any limits on what I can achieve. I mean, I want to model, I want to act, I want to sing, I want to be a spokesperson. I want to travel the world. I want to perform on the biggest stages. And I'm going to keep at this thing until I can achieve all of those things. And I know that I will.
Simone, the podcast is listened to throughout the world. As a final message to the audience, what would you like to say?
I would just first like to say thank you. A big thank you to everyone around the world who has streamed one of my songs, played a song, shared it on social media, followed me on any platform. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your support immensely. And I need it. So please continue to do that. Also, share it on all of your social media and follow me. All of my social media is Simone Green Live. My YouTube is at Simone Green Live. My TikTok is at Simone Green Live. But everything else, website, Facebook, Twitter, X, Threads, Simone Green Live. Check me out. We got a lot of great things to come.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Celeb Savant. Please follow Barrett on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook at Celeb Savant. That's CelebSavant.